Data Analytics, Power BI examples. So these are visualization examples using Power BI. So first we have the Power BI stack column chart. So Power BI stack column chart and stack bar charts both are most usable visuals in Power BI. Stack column chart is useful to compare multiple dimensions against a single measure. In a stack column chart, axis is represented on x-axis and the data is represented on y-axis. So here is an example of creating Power BI stack column chart. So first we have to download this file for our example, and you can also download this file in a link provided in the description of this video. Open the Power BI file and drag stack column chart to Power BI report page. So we drag the stack column chart. Then click anywhere on stack column chart and drag columns to field section. So you have to click here, and then on the field section we have to drag the columns and then see below image for reference. So again, for axis we place region. So for axis we place region. For legend we place here the product category, and for value we place sales. And the chart will be similar to this one. We have here the region, and then of course we have here the sales, and each division is the product category. And this one represents the furniture category, the dark blue one office supplies, and this orange one is for technology. Again, required fields description. Axis, specify the column that represents the vertical bars. Legend, specify the columns to divide the vertical bars. And values, any numeric value such as sales amount, total sales, etc. Step 4. Set chart font size, font family, title name, x-axis, y-axis, and data label colors. So click anywhere on the chart, then go to format section. So this is the format section, and set below properties. We have the general properties, so allows you to set x-axis, y-axis, width and height of column chart. Data colors, using this section you can change the colors used for each series in the chart. Y-axis, so using this section allows you to modify the appearance of the y-axis section of this chart. X-axis, using this section allows you to modify the appearance of the x-axis section of this chart. Data labels, if enabled, the values on the chart will be displayed, so you can switch it on or off. Then title, specify the title name for the chart. So more or less this is how the properties section, or the format section will appear on your screen. The next we have the 100% stock column chart. Power BI 100% stock column chart is used to display relative percentage of multiple data series in stock columns, where the total or the cumulative total of each stock columns always equals 100%. In a 100% stock column chart, axis is represented on x-axis and value on y-axis. So again, the first step to do this, to create a 100% stock column chart, first we download the data. Then number 2, open the BI file and drag 100% stock column chart into Power BI report page. Then now drag the columns to field sections. See below image for reference. So we drag region to axis, then legend to product category, and then value to sales. So we have here now the result. So you notice that all of these have the same height, that is actually 100%. Required field description. Axis, specify the column that represent the vertical bars. Legend, specify the column to divide the vertical bars. Values, any numeric value such as sales amount, total sales, etc. Then step 4, set chart font size, font family, title name, x-axis, y-axis, and data label. Colors, just like what you have done on the previous example. So here again, so in general, or so these are the options or properties in the format section. So general allows you to set x-axis, y-axis, width and height of bar chart. Data colors, using this section you can change the colors used for each series in the chart. Y-axis, using this section allows you to modify the appearance of the y-axis section of this chart. X-axis, so using this section allows you to modify appearance of the x-axis section of this chart. Data labels, it enables values on the bar chart. And title, specify the title name for the chart. The next we have the stock bar chart. Power BI stock bar chart and stock column chart both are most usable visuals in Power BI. Stock bar chart is useful to compare multiple dimensions against a single measure. In a stock bar chart, axis is represented on the y-axis, so the reverse of a column chart, and value on the x-axis. Download sample data. So to do this, we download the sample data, open Power BI file and drag stock bar chart from visualization pane to Power BI report page. Click anywhere on the bar chart, then go to format section pane and drag columns to fields. See below image for your reference. So for axis, we have region. So these are the region for the axis. Legend, we have the product category, and value, we have sales. Required fields description, again, axis, specify the column that represent the horizontal bars. Legend, specify the column to divide the horizontal bars. And values, any numeric value such as sales amount, total sales, etc. Then step 4, set chart font size, font family, x-axis, y-axis, and data label colors. So I will not be going through this because this is similar with the previous charts that we have discussed a while ago. Clustered column chart. Power BI clustered column chart is useful to display comparison of multiple series as in vertical columns. Each data series shares the same axis labels, so vertical bars are grouped by category. So steps to do this, we open the Power BI file and take cluster column chart from visualization pane to Power BI report page. So we're going to use the same data as the previous examples. So click anywhere on the clustered column chart and drag columns to field section. See below image for reference. So for the axis, we have the regions. And then for legend, we have product category, and value, we have sales. So this is the appearance of a clustered column chart. Again, these are the legend. So, okay. Required field description, axis, specify the column that represents the vertical bars. Legend, display group by category data series as in vertical bars, and values, any numeric value such as sales amount, total sales, etc. So formatting, I will not be discussing the formatting anymore because again it is similar with the previous chart. So we can change data colors, the general color, etc., x-axis, data labels, title, etc. Okay, so let's proceed with the next chart. Now we have the line chart. Power BI line charts is used to show change or trends over a period of time. So usually it's we have time here. A combination of two or more than two lines can be used to compare trends over time. So again, we use this data. So I'll be providing the link in the description of this video. Then open Power BI file and drag line chart to Power BI report page. Click anywhere on line chart and drag columns to field section. So see below image for reference. So we have region for the axis, and then value we have sales and profits. We have two values here. So you notice here now that we have here the blue one is for sales and the orange one is for profit. Then number 4, we format, we change font size, font family, data color, title name for line chart. So there are some new properties here. So let's try to look at the properties. Again, general allows you to set x-axis, y-axis, width, and height of chart. Data colors, using this section, you can change the colors used for each series in the chart and customize the line color individually. X-axis, set the font size, font family, color, display units, title, and grid lines for x-axis. Y-axis, set the font size, font family, color, display units, line style, title, and grid lines for y-axis. Secondary y-axis, set the font size, font family, color, display units, and title for secondary y-axis. Then data labels, it enabled values on line chart. Title, specify the title name for the line chart. Shapes, using this you can enable markers on line and customize the marker shapes for all lines individually. Then we also have the zoom slider, enable zoom features on chart. Using this you can easily see the small values on chart. Sorry for the grammar of this slide. So I just copied this from the powerbidocs.com webpage. So here's now an example of the line chart. So customize, we can change the line, and maybe we can change the dots or the points used here. Then we have matrix versus table. So matrix versus table visualization. Introduction, Power BI matrix and table both are most frequently usable visuals used for presenting data in tabular format. So in table we present data in two-dimension data grid format. By default, display all data means flat data structure. Rows are not fixed, but columns are fixed. When you add new dimension, you can add them as values, and it will appear as a new column in grid. In Matrix, it supports multi-dimensional data grid format. Matrix automatically aggregate, so it automatically aggregate the data according to data behavior. Rows and columns both are not fixed. Here you have option to add values, rows and columns. So again, we use the same data. So now create a table visual by using 3 fields. So we have customer name, customer segment, and discount. In this data, we have multiple entries of same users against different customer segment and discount. So we have here. So by default, table visual will display all data, and because it is a flat data structure. And when we apply same data in matrix visualization, it will aggregate the data automatically. So this is now the aggregation that was performed in a matrix. So you can see that the output in below screen show not shot not customer name is not repeating. So the customer name is not repeating. For data analysis purpose, matrix visual is good and easy to understand. In matrix, we can transform the data column-wise as well. See below screenshot. Here we're displaying data column-wise. To use matrix, three properties of rows, column, and values. We have rows, columns, and then values here. So for rows, we have customer name. So these are customer name. And for columns, we have customer or customer segment. So these are the segment. And then what we have here are the values of the discount. Card visualization. So Power BI card visualization is used to display single value like total sales, counts, and single numbers in report page and dashboard. Display total sales value. Drag card visual in report page from visualization pane. So this is the card. We drag it into the report page. Then now drag sales columns into the field section. So from the field section or under card visual in the report page. So from fields, drag to fields of this one, the card visual report page. As you can see, it returns sum of sales. So sum of sales. By default, it returns sum. You can change the same. Just do right click on sales field. So if the sales field, just right click and then choose the function according to your need, like count, average, minimum, or maximum, etc. Step 3, change background color, font size, and font family of card visual. So click anywhere on the visual, then click on format section and use below properties. So we have data label, change value, font color, font size, display unit, etc. Category, show and hide column name of cards, change font size, font family, etc. Title, you can give any title to card and change the font size, font family, alignment, and background color of the card. Background color, you can change card background color. Border, give border to card and change border color. General, manage card height, width, and x-axis, y-axis position. So step 4. So this is an example of the output with different formats. Actually the same data used but with different formats. So what happens if we use string column like name in card visual? So when you drag name column in card visual, by default it displays the first row name. And when you right click to the name column, then it gives you some more option. So you can use first, etc. So by default, it uses the first name. Multi-row card visualization. So Power BI multi-row card visual is used to display summary data, or you can say data in group format. So again, get data source using SQL data source or Excel file into Power BI. Then take multi-row card visual from visualization pane. So the multi-row card. Now drag sales and product category to field section. So we drag the fields to the field section. So we have product category and sales. And then it will display the product category and sales. So product category and sales. As expected, it grouped by the product category and returns the sum of sales value. So again, it is now grouped by product category. Formatting multi-row card. You can change the font size, font family, and background colors of card. Follow this below the steps below. So click anywhere on card and go to the format section and use below properties. So general, so manage card height, width, and x-axis, y-axis position. Data label, change values, font color, font size, display unit, etc. Category, show and hide column name on card, change font size, font family, etc. Card title, enable, disable text on card like region name. Card, this property provides some option. So we have outline, you can enable top, bottom, left, and right outline for card. Outline color, you can change the color for outline. Outline weight, increase or decrease outline weight. Show bar, enable or disable. Excuse me. Bar line before row. Bar color, change bar color. Bar thickness, increase or decrease thickness for bar line. Padding, manage padding between rows. Background, change background color for card. Excuse me. Excuse me. So title, you can give any title to card and change the font size, font family, alignment, and background color of card. Background color, can change card background color. Border, give border card and change color. So this is an example output. Next, we have the donut chart. Power BI donut chart is similar to a pie chart in that it shows the relationship of parts to a whole, where all pieces together represents 100%. Donut chart in Power BI desktop chart are useful when you want to display small categories of data and avoid for many categories, or when categories do not sum to 100%. So again, open Power BI file and take donut chart from visualization pane to Power BI report page. Click anywhere on donut chart and drag columns to field section. See below image for reference. So for legend, we use region, and for the value, we use sales. So this will be the output, and these are the 4 regions. Donut chart provide multiple labels style like category, data value, percent of total, category data value, category percent of value, data value, percent of total, all detail labels. So here are a few label style examples. So category, percent of total. So we have here, it will show the category and then the percent of total. So category and then percent of total. So here all details. So it will show the category, the value, and the percent. Step 4. Now set chart font size, font family, title name, legend, and data label colors. So click anywhere on chart, then go to format section and set below properties. Legend allows you to set position, legend name, color, font size, font family. General allows you to set x-axis, y-axis, width, and height of bar chart. Data colors, using this section, you can change the colors used for each series in the chart. Detail labels, it enables values on chart, and you can change label style, color, background color, display unit, and many more of data labels. Title, specify the title name for the chart. So this is more or less the appearance of the properties. Next, we have scatter chart and bubble chart. Scatter charts are also known as bubble chart, shows the relationship between 2 numerical values. Using 2 points of data, we consider the chart a scatter chart. When adding a third point of data, then the chart will become a bubble We usually use the third point for sizing, which turns the points into a circle with varying sizes based on the data in the size field. In scatter chart, you can set the number of data points up to maximum of 10,000. For this example, use the global superstore dataset. So again, I'll be providing a link in the description of this video. And then scatter chart, comparing sales and profit values with category and subcategory wise. So to plot the scatter chart, we need two values. So drug sales and profit in X axis and Y axis. Okay, and then we also have for details, category legend, we have category. For details, we have subcategory. Formatting for scatter chart. You can set the formatting for scatter chart, and some important properties are general. So data colors, you can use this section to change the colors used for each series. You have x-axis, y-axis, category. It enables the category name on scatter chart. Field point, so this one. Field that circle points by colors on chart. If you turn off this, it will remove all category colors from circle points on chart. Title. Shape, so using this, you can change the marker shapes and size. And you can customize the marker shapes for all category individually. Zoom slider enables zoom features on chart. Using this, you can easily see the small values on chart. So this is an example of a scatter chart. So this will be the category. So profit and sales here. So you can see here that we have higher sales for this and higher profit. And for this one, more or less, we have small profit for tables. Bubble chart. A bubble chart replaces data points with bubbles, and with the bubble size representing an additional third data dimension. As you can see here in the screen below, we added third data point sale. So for size, we have added here again sales. Under size section, so it will increase the bubble size on the basis of sales. So for those with higher sales, the size of the circle is bigger. Three, data storytelling with Power BI scatter chart. You can create storytelling data with scatter chart by using the play axis feature of the chart. So we have the play axis. Drag date column field here and click to play icon. So drag the date here and then click the to play icon. So here you can maybe click on the date. So here the play icon. So we have the play icon, and the values here will be changing based on the order date. Treemap. Treemap is used to display large amounts of hierarchical data in rectangle boxes. Each level of the hierarchy is represented by a colored rectangle known as branch. If you add a category to the details section of the visual, it will divide the branch into smaller leaves, hence the name Treemap. Add Treemap visual to report page. So using the global superset store dataset, then drag subcategory under group, and for value we have sales. So it shows here the subcategory, and these are the sales. So the bigger the rectangle, that means the higher the sales. In step 2, now set the formatting for Treemap. Some important properties are, so general, data colors, y-axis, x-axis category, data labels, and title. So these are the important properties. Now drag category in group. So in group we drag category. So subcategory in details and sales in, so details we have subcategory and sales in the values. So now you can see that the subcategory wise sales under each category rectangle box. So this is the rectangle for category, and then for this rectangle it will show us another subcategory. So we have phones, copiers, machines and accessories under technology, etc. So Treemap visual after formatting, so by changing the color, etc. So this will be the value, and we have added the values here, including the values. When to use a Treemap? To display a large amount of hierarchical data, we can use a Treemap. When a bar chart can effectively handle the large number of values, so we use a Treemap to show the proportions between each part and the whole, show the pattern of the distribution of the measure across each level of categories in the hierarchy, to show attributes using size and color coding. Key Performance Indicator or KPI. Key Performance Indicator, KPI, is a very good way to track your current value movement against defined target. The intention of the KPI is to help you evaluate the current value and status of a metric against a defined target. A KPI visual requires a base measure that evaluates to a value, a target measure or value, and a threshold or goal. So let's start with an example sample data set format as below. So we have the year, actual sales, and target sales. So now drag KPI visual to report page. So actual sales to indicator, and then year to trend axis, and then target sales to target goals. Understand why it is showing 260, or what's that, 2,600,000, and goal 2,500,000 as in default. By default, KPI display the current sale and targets values. Explanation as below. So current actual sales is 2.6 million, target sales is 2.5 million. So target is achieved by plus 100,000. Green color indicate target is achieved successfully. That's why it's green. Otherwise, it will show the value in red color. Percentage formula, actual sales minus target sales divided by target sales. So that's 4%. Then multiply by 100. Step 2, now select any year from slicer and see the KPIs output. For year 2015, target is not completed. That's why it is showing values in red color. So how to create KPI percent measure? KPI percent, variable actual sales is equal to sum KPI data actual sales, variable target sale is equal to sum KPI data target sales, variable difference is equal to actual sales minus target sales, then return divide difference with target sales. So the difference with target sales then times 100. So that's how we derive 4% here. Now drag measure to table visual. So we have here the KPI percentage formula. Formatting KPI visual. So we have general, allows you to set x-axis and y-axis width and height of column chart. Indicator, set display unit font size, font family, horizontal and vertical alignment for actual sales. Trend axis, enable or disable graph for KPI. Goals, provide below options. We have the goal, enable or disable target values. Label, assign name for target, set font color, font size and font family. Distance, display difference of target and sales. Also, you can select value and percentage from label drop down. Distance, direction, manage or increase, decrease direction for positive. Color coding, set color for good, neutral and bad. Date, set font size, text and color for date. Title, specify the title name for the KPI. And that ends our part 1 of example. So we'll be having more videos of things that we can do with Power BI. So thank you very much for viewing this video.